All right, cool. It says we're live. Looks like yes, I did get the chat going this week. Um, so anybody watching who wants to say what's up or ask a question, you can easily do so in the chat this time. How's your week been, Marianne?
Very, very busy.
Busy.
Very busy.
I have had a horrible Monday.
Mondays are like that though.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I haven't sold too much today. Um, $17 on.
I haven't even looked at mine to be honest with you. I looked early this morning and it was like zero, so I ended up
Man,
like a $497 week last week, but oh, I don't know what happened. 219.53.
today?
Hey,
Well,
holy
that's
moly. Now I have to go look.
yeah, that's better than mine. I mean, I woke up with only $7 worth, and then I don't know if you can see it on mine, but yeah, 17 measly dollars, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Let's stay. Go sit down for you wake up, Johnny.
There's John. What's up, John?
What's up, Mr. Chris? How you doing, man?
Doing good. See you having a good week.
That was last week, man. It's a new week.
It's a new week. How's I hope your Monday's been better than mine.
Last time I checked, it was $99.
Yeah, and you're better than mine. Yeah, I looked at the group. It looks like we have 357 people in it now. So
That's good.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Since it's only been going a few weeks. So good. Hey Lucy, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How you guys doing?
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Mary. How you doing?
Good.
Has your day gotten any better, Lucy?
Oh, please. $4.99. Whoopee.
Where are you?
Let me check.
Everyone's having a bad. Well, maybe we're just having a bad Monday.
Some of us, not all of us.
Oh man.
I had a
Okay.
shipment that went.
Well,
I had a shipment that went in last week, and I guess they found issues with it. I don't know what it is yet. I'm waiting for them to get back to me.
I
I don't know if it
noticed
was
that when
the.
I was checking my shipments and it says closed, but only like half of the inventory checked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I clicked on it and it said delayed by carrier or something like that. So I hope they lost the whole box. I hope they lost the whole two boxes.
I don't know, but they gave me they reimbursed me for $1.59, quantity of 5. That is so confusing to me. I have no idea what that means. I know what items they are, but confused. Why would it be $1.59 for
Mm,
5 pieces?
I don't know. Marianne, do you know the answer to that? That's too little of amount, I think.
Yeah, I would definitely open a case. It's usually they divide your selling price by three to get what they pay you, but I would open a case and I would say, no, 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 no. I want more money than that.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
that'll be my
that's
first, so I'm gonna
that's what I
have
was
to
thinking of doing.
learn how to do that. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that as well too, but I'm gonna give them a couple more days and see if it checks in or not. But if
Hmm.
it doesn't, yeah, I'm definitely gonna open a case. I mean, if they lost my box, I guess they have to pay me for every item in that box, right?
Yes, they will.
Yeah, I think it's two boxes that didn't check in. So
Do they pay what the price is now, or how do they know the value of it? Like, how do they go? I have no idea. This is new to me.
Last
Scott, would you know that?
They seem to pull it out of their hat.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. We'll go broke.
I thought they pay you like whatever you listed it for.
No.
No.
No. Well,
Last year they lost 2 7-foot rugs. One they paid me like $37 for, and the other one they paid me like $34 for.
If you don't like what they pay you, you have to open a case and tell them, why you deserve more.
Right, I did on both of them.
And how did it work out?
They still left it at 37 and 30.
I like that one.
I was not happy, but
Yeah, because that's what I was telling Scott. They lost last week. I can't remember. It was $77 was the actual cost, and they gave me 86 something. But the sale value was 197, so I took away 35% for Amazon fees. That left 129, and that wasn't a good enough answer for them. So I basically got $9 more. And I told them, I said, what about the gas? What about the time? What about the packing? What about the packing supplies? I mean, I said, you guys basically screwed me. And now I have one today where the shipment, they've lost 51 items.
Oh my God.
what warehouse did it go to?
California.
Oh boy.
So,
I think the best thing you can do is you need to research what they've sold for, and then say, hey, listen, they've sold for this. Why did you pay me that?
that's what I did. That's what I did. I researched it, and that's what the selling was when I sent you all that stuff on Facebook. It was like 197 something. And then once I took out the 35%, it left 129, which, according to Inventory Lab, my Amazon fees have been averaging like 29 point something percent. So that's not even 35%, but that's the number I used. And it wasn't anywhere close to 129. So
I wonder if it makes a difference if you do it in the daytime or in the nighttime when you get an Indian rep.
well, that's what I was asking you earlier today. Is there a certain time of day you can call and actually get an American?
Well, if you're trying to get ungated, it's much better to go at night, late at night, because
Right.
You have to do it in the daytime to get an American rep.
Oh. It seems like every time I call, I get a Patel. So.
Yeah, and they're on Pacific time too. You got to remember that as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So
you get a Patel.
I don't know. I'm hoping that, like I said, I told you it's already been 72 hours, and he's trying to tell me that it's not 72. It's
No, it's 72 from once they begin receiving. It's not from once it hits the warehouse. It's once they begin receiving the items.
Oh, okay.
It can be checked in, but that doesn't count towards the 72 hours.
Well, it was according to what it says on there. It says it was received the 11th. So
I'll be right back.
they've had it 14 days. How long does it take?
Yo, man, what's up?
Yeah, that's too long.
Right. But that's what's been happening to me lately. Before when I first started shipping stuff in the first month, it was getting checked in fast. And now all of a sudden we're on the slow train.
Yep, I feel the same way.
So I don't know what's happening. But they're also sending me to different warehouses now. They used to always send me to Tennessee or the East Coast somewhere. Now they've got me going into Phoenix and California. So and Nevada. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think Tampa's the one who lost mine. But,
Yeah, I had one go to Tampa. I think it was Tampa 1.
John, you wanted to talk about App Eagle? Who was that? You said you want to talk about App Eagle?
Who? Me?
I think it was me. I think it was.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I've had a few messages this week about App Eagle. Um, did you, Lucy? You asked me. There's been quite a few people who's asked about App
Hmm.
Eagle.
Yeah, like how
Are we
does that
delaying
work?
bad? Or,
A little bit.
hello?
You broke up, Lucy.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's two different ways that you can set up. Um, are we getting messages that no one's seeing in the chat? But I've already posted in the side chat. Is anyone else looking at it?
Um, yeah, I'm looking at the chat, but I'm not sure if I'm on the right one. It says group chat. Is that the one that we're looking for questions?
No, no, no. The one actually on YouTube.com.
Oh, okay. I'll open that one on my computer.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'll go. I'll go ahead and talk about App Eagle. Basically, you can set it up two different ways. You can set it up where will automatically undercut or go over by a percentage.
Alrighty.
I
Oh, we
don't
lost
use a
him.
repricer, but I own my inventory is, I have like 300 items, so I don't use a repricer.
I'm using it, but I'm just not sure if I'm using it correctly. And it seems like it's working very well for Chris, and I just wanted to pick his brains and see what he's doing different that I'm not. Like I don't know if my prices are too high. I don't know if I'm putting the correct prices on the correct columns. That's what I wanted to pick his brains.
Basically, all Chris has done is he's just entered the price in, and then he's gone in and put in a percentage that he'll take no less than 30%.
Okay.
So what App Eagle will do is adjust his price up and down with the flow of the other sellers. But if they continue to race to the bottom, App Eagle will stop lowering his price at 30% above what he paid. That's what Chris has done with his.
Okay.
And I've had,
Use
and
a
I've
re-
had mine for a couple of days, and I'm still scared of it, so I'm manually doing it.
Are you?
I'm scared it's going to take everything and just reprice it, to what it wants because I don't totally understand it yet.
Mhm.
So I'm still kind of playing with it, but that's what Chris has done.
Okay.
And I know Scott, he told me that he has his on, whatever the bottom is, buy box. He's selected his to be at the buy box no matter what the buy box is. So that's what Scott's done.
Even if they lose money.
Well, I don't know if he's losing money or not. I just know that there's an option where you can select buy box. So they're constantly adjusting him to get the buy box. But yeah, I mean, if there's a drastic race to the bottom, yeah, I guess he could lose money, yeah.
Yeah, because how does he know um, what price App Eagle is going to pick for him?
Well,
Does he have?
they're gonna pick whatever it is at the buy box. So they're gonna be within, because I think to get the buy box you have to be within 5 to 10%, I think it is, or 5%, something like that.
Mhm.
And they're gonna put you in that range. And then if that still doesn't get you the buy box, they're gonna lower you more.
Oh,
Until until
that's
you
gambling.
until you get a share of the buy box. Because like if there's three people at the same price, and no Amazon, my understanding is they rotate the buy box. That's my understanding of how that works. Is that right, Chris? Can you hear us now?
Am I back?
I don't think he's back. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Chris, is that how they do that with third-party sellers if there's no Amazon, that, 3 people are at the same price, the low price, they rotate the buy box? Isn't that how that works?
Yeah, they rotate it. That's what I've seen from it.
But that's what I was telling Lucy. Isn't what you're doing is you entered all your prices into App Eagle and you're doing 30% is the bottom?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. What I do is I'll tell you guys exactly how I do my process on listing and everything. When I get home, I get my little notebook and I write down everything that I just bought, and then I'll write down exactly what I paid for it. And when I'm listing it through my Amazon seller app, it'll show me how much the FBA fee is. So I'll write both of those down. After I list it, I'll go ahead and I'll go into App Eagle, and then that's when I'll start doing my calculation of it. I'll times whatever I paid for the item times 3 plus the fees, and then I'll put that as my lowest number. And then the highest, I'll just I'll add 20, $30 to it, whatever, and then let it do its thing. That's exactly how I list my items on App Eagle.
Okay.
But I mean, it works different ways. I mean, however you want to do it for yourself. I mean, that's just me. I don't want to take any lower than 30%. But most of the stuff I'm selling, it's at least 100 to 300% ROI is what I'm getting on items. So it's good.
Yeah, that is good, and that's what I'm basically doing right now. But when I first started, I had no idea what numbers to add to the lower price because I wasn't sure that I had to add the fees. So
Yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we talked about it, and we messaged. I messaged you, and you told me add the fees. Make sure you add the fees.
yeah,
And then I
yeah,
went back. I went back and I added the fees.
yeah. Because when they do it, it'll tell you when you put in the lowest price. It'll tell you it's including shipping. So I mean, you gotta include all those FBA fees. Otherwise,
Right.
you're gonna lose out. And then and then what I do is I also use Inventory Lab. This is my next process. What I do is I'm listing items. I'll usually wait till the next day to do Inventory Lab because it takes a while for it to upload what you've listed. I'll go in the next day, and you can manually type in each item and then go through it and list how much you bought it for. That way you can keep track of your numbers and see how much you're actually making. Because before I was just doing it blindly, just selling on there, not knowing exactly what I'm making. Uh, and I realized that I'm making a lot more money off of selling each item than what I thought. So
So you're not listing through Inventory Lab?
no, I use my seller app on my phone. I don't even use my computer to list anything. I list
Are you
everything through my
kidding me?
phone.
Oh, I just listed through Inventory Lab, man. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, I scan it. I click 2 buttons on my phone and it's listed.
Inventory lab, inventory lab. Man,
Well,
I hooked up my Opticon scanner to my laptop today, so now I'm just scanning barcodes right in the inventory lab with that little sucker. Fast.
yeah, I don't have that scanner like you have. I don't know. I guess once you get used to doing something a certain way, I mean, it still doesn't take me long. I do it like that, and then when I'm doing my shipment, I'll go into inventory, I'll click non-active, and then fulfilled by Amazon, and I'll just go in and click all the items, and then send those in over for a shipment. I mean, it doesn't take long.
We'll have a race. How many did you list today?
I haven't listed anything. I'm just about out of money until next week.
Yeah, in 5 hours I listed 300 pieces.
Hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna have 300 pieces to list. And when we are waiting for our money to hit the bank, we have to wait.
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
Yeah, we gotta wait.
It is much faster. Once you try it, you'll be amazed how much faster it is.
Scott, do you know? I had someone ask me about courses online. Have you heard anything about Chris Green's wholesale formula course?
I have not. I have not.
Does anybody know anything about it?
Yeah, that's not Chris Green. Chris Green just did the interview. It's actually, oh gosh, what is that guy's name? I can't remember, but it's. Do what?
Daniel Meters.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it's $697.
And what does it actually do?
Takes your money.
Takes your money?
Well, according to him, he's letting everything out that he actually does. How he predetermines what to buy wholesale. I watched the first two free ones, which were still pretty informative. I mean, for what they were. Instead of doing the top 1%, he does the top 1/4%.
Oh, okay.
And he finds those on Amazon, and then he looks for the supplier instead of looking for suppliers and then looking for items, which makes sense. He runs it backwards. You know, find the stuff that's selling with low sell rank, and then find the supplier. Whereas most people just want to sign up wholesalers and then look for stuff that has value.
Well, a proven method a lot of people do is if you're in a store and you find something that's a good deal, you know, if you look on the box will tell you who made it, and then you start from there with a Google search.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I
you
mean,
can do that.
that works very well. I mean, because you know what the rank is. You know, I just see so many people starting all these courses and all these classes, and they're designed to take you guys' money, all the new guys who, you know, barely got any money to start with, and go, hey, we're going to show you all this great stuff. And I just don't like any of that stuff. I don't agree with it. I mean, some things you can pay for, but
Well, one thing he did say was that, you know, if you don't have at least $1,000, then don't even waste your time taking the course. If you don't have at least $1,000 to lay down right off the bat for the wholesale information he's going to give out.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, you got to remember, that's if that guy's correct. I mean, they're saying he's doing over $300,000 a month. I mean, you know, if you're doing that kind of volume, I mean, you know, he's got to have some money to spend.
I mean, I like Chris. He's a good guy. He's really done this stuff, but he's had this push lately to push everybody to do these classes, and a lot of stuff you see him promoting them. I mean, they're him handpicking people to do this stuff, and it's just
Right.
you know, deals done right. I mean, he's got like 6 or 7 of them. He's actually I just don't agree with that. There's too many free videos. There's too many people who will help you.
Yeah. Too many online groups that'll help. Like mine, the FBA Motivators. I mean, we may not all know the answers, but I mean, we're all learning together, trying to find them.
I mean, I may be the oddball, and I'm not wired that way to take advantage of people. I just don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And it's every day, you know, it's 700, 1,000, 5,000. It's like, you know, for people who are just starting out, where do you think that they're going to get this money? So now they're taking out loans to take these courses. After they pay for the courses, they have no money to buy the inventory. So, you know, I don't know. I don't agree with it either. It's every day something new is.
And then if you listen to the what are their names? They just took a private label course. They're doing private label. The Gill Moneys. They spent $5,000 on a private label course. $5,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
I mean, they said it was worth it and they would recommend it, but I can do a lot with $5,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too rich for my blood.
Mhm. I guess people that have money don't have a problem
But there, Chris Green's book is worth it. His $300 book is worth it. But I can tell you the trick. You buy it new, you buy it brand new, and then you get the free Kindle version, and then you sell the book as like new back on, and just read the Kindle version. That's what I did. I bought it when it was 200. I sold the book for 170. It ended up costing me like $40.
That's the way to go.
He'll even tell you that. I've heard him tell people, you're sell it, sell it.
I have both of them. If anybody would wanna, I'll lend them out, but I would like them back. So, if anybody wants to use them.
His book on online arbitrage is very useful in the way you set up your browser, and to use some of the tools are outdated already, but the first 3 chapters are very, very good.
Guess we lost Chris again.
Oh,
Yeah.
And again.
He's having all kinds of computer issues.
It's because he's trying to list on his phone.
You're gonna pick on him on that.
Yeah, the tools, guys. I know he's doing it that way. A thermal printer where it prints the labels as you go is amazingly faster. You don't have to touch the item as many times. If you're printing the 30-up labels, you have to find them and all that crazy mess. As you go and can invest in your business, it really makes life much easier.
Yeah, I got a Dymo 450 Turbo. I can't figure how to print the stupid label, and I think that's why my shipment it's either delayed or something is going on with that, because I think the barcode can't read when they scan it, because it was blurry. I tried my best not to have it blurry, but I think that's my issue.
You can go into the drivers and set how dark it is. Do you just use the Seller app when you list?
No.
Do you use Seller Central when you list?
Yes, I do.
It'd be worth. Have you tried looking on YouTube? There's everybody uses that printer. I'm sure there's probably a video on how to set that printer up on YouTube.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I must be doing something wrong that I can't get it set up. I'm gonna put an order in today for different labels that I guess I'm supposed to be getting. I've been using the labels that came with it, but tonight I have to order the labels that everybody else has been using.
Yeah, I have a Zebra, and it's hard to program, and so I found one guy on YouTube who had a video who, after I finished watching, I set mine up just like his, and I've never had a problem. Those things are very finicky.
Hmm.
The videos I watched on that, they said to stay away from the 450 turbo. They said just to get the regular 450. Because the turbo supposedly had like skidding problems. I guess she's talking about blurry. And they were also saying that you had to use this specific paper or you'd have issues as well. The thermo paper.
Hmm.
So I haven't bought the Dymo yet because I just have so much stuff left that I bought for the regular laser. So I'm just going to run through that stuff first instead of just let it go to waste.
Right.
Yeah, my brother started FBA after me. I just gave all the 30-up labels to him.
And how's your brother doing?
I like them. I don't know.
He just got a disbursement today. It was $7,000. So he's about half of what I do.
Nice.
And he started. When did he start? He started the first week of March. He had $2,000 to invest.
Wow.
That's a good amount.
And He's
$2,000 is really not that much money.
he only works on the weekends, but he is, you know, he. You can look at our accounts. We sell the same thing. You know, I find something and I let him know. He's got a very good benefit of buying everything I buy.
So that means I need to be adopted.
Like tomorrow, that was him calling a minute ago. He's like, "Where are you going tomorrow?" I'm like, "Spartanburg, South Carolina." He's like, "I'll be interested. You gonna let me know what you find?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll let you know what I found."
See, that's nice that you guys that you guys can work together.
Not always been that way. We were very different, but it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, now money's involved. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy now.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. He just paid off his car. He paid off a credit card, and he's done something
Oh
else. He's
my God, that's awesome.
That is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to do? Like, do you want to continue doing this forever, or do you guys want to like kind of branch off from the money you've made on this business and start something else? Or is that something you guys have thought about?
Yeah, I got to build what I got first.
Yeah, I mean, like, is there any other like things that you'd want to do besides FBA?
At this point, no.
No. Okay.
now I'm 8 months in. I'm really enjoying it. This stuff runs in my blood. My grandparents, as long as I can remember, went to yard sales and had a booth at a flea market, a permanent booth. And so
Yeah.
reselling runs. You know, my mother always did a lot of the same stuff. She didn't have a booth, but she did a lot of. And I guess I'm just a modern. I tell everybody I'm the modern version of Fred Sanford. Let's get there with reselling, ready to go.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love this too. I'm gonna do it as long as I can, as long as Amazon lets me and doesn't suspend me. But see, like I've always been like the entrepreneur type person. You know, as I've told you guys before, I had a DJ business before doing this, and you know, I found this. I'm a lot happier doing this business, and I'm gonna continue doing it. But you know, eventually, when I make enough money, you know, start up a couple other businesses, and still do this as much as I can. And with the money that I'm making off of this, it's slowly helping me get to that point. So I really love it. I just wanted to ask you guys if this is all you want to do. If you wanted, you know, like be like Shark Tank, you know, have a bunch of money and invest in other companies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just want to find what level is comfortable. I'm not quite there yet, but you know, I'm kind of. I see all these guys with these big numbers. I'm like, I can get there. I can at least do it once.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about big old disbursements like that. I think the highest I've had was $850.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, my highest one has been. It was 18,000. Was my highest one.
Yeah.
Oh my. We've got a long way to go.
Yeah, my and in that one, my wife bought a Tempur-Pedic bed out of that one.
See, after that right there, I'm embarrassed. I'm not even going to tell you what mine was.
Hey, everybody starts somewhere. It's not. It's
That's right.
that's the one thing I don't like about this is business. Is everybody compares themselves to everybody else in their numbers. It's everybody started somewhere. It takes time to build. It depends on how much you want to reinvest. I'm very fortunate. I think I've told a couple of you. Not fortunate that my wife is disabled, but she is disabled. But she's had a couple back surgeries, and her back is in very bad shape. So I have income that I just need to. I can take a little bit out and reinvest everything else. I'm not real concerned about what somebody thinks. Oh, what's your salary? $2,000 a month. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I send everything back in, trying to build, trying to build, trying to build, trying to build. But you have to be comfortable with that. Not everybody wants to be on the road like I am. They want to do it on the computer. There's so many variables and there's so many things you can do. You have to be happy with yourself and what you do. And
Exactly.
that's what I try to tell everybody is, you get excited about looking at numbers, but you have to understand where you're at and just because your numbers aren't as big doesn't mean you're doing any worse or anything. Build a solid foundation, do it the right way, learn, and you'll be successful. It's hard not to be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. After looking at Inventory Lab, I couldn't believe some of the turnaround I'm getting on these items. I'm like, I can at least pay myself a little bit of that and still have a good amount of money to invest back into the business. Um, but I guess it's whatever way works for you. This isn't a one-way type business. You do it how you want to do it.
Yeah, it's whatever's important to you. If and and just making a salary to make a salary is not important to me. It's important that I continue to grow. I'm trying to build so I can have a lot of money to spend in the fourth quarter. Because guys, any advice, you need to make as much money as you can now, because the fourth quarter it gets insane. You can really, if you've got bankroll, you can make a lot of money.
Okay, you saying that if toys are on clearance and it doesn't have a high ranking, do you buy that now and just put it aside and then
No,
invest it
no,
for?
I don't buy anything to set aside. That money that if you set $100 now, I could turn over $100. How many times between now and then?
So when do you stop buying for fourth quarter?
October.
August 1st.
Mm.
So anything that you found now, you just go ahead
I'm,
and send it in.
I'm not setting it.
Yeah, I send everything in. The heck with it. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it. I send it in. You
yeah.
know, if it sells for a fair price, I'll buy something else next week.
Okay.
And if it waits to the fourth quarter, it waits to the fourth quarter. I mean, you're past the point where you have to pay any long-term storage now until February. If you send it now, it's not going to be until February 15th. So
Well, Scott, when you're listing your items, you told me you use that Beagles as well, right?
yep.
Okay, so when you're listing your items, how do you base your price? Do you base it on the lowest, or do you base it, looking on Keep Camel?
Generally, I base on the lowest because the race to the bottom is so bad. I'll set my repricer, a few dollars below the lowest and just let it go sell it. You know,
Okay.
a lot of people will sit and wait for the price to recover, and sometimes that happens, but there are so many times it does not recover. The best example is, everybody know what the dancing Groot is? The little one, you mash the button and it sings and the Groot goes back and forth. It's the
Yeah.
number 100 toy right now. It was when I first started selling it. It was selling for $40. It dropped into the mid 20s, and it stayed in the mid 20s for a long time. It was a $15 toy you can pick up. Amazon came in at $14.99, and the price right now is at $13. Uh, it is, and it is still the number one toy, and nobody will they won't let the price come up because people are so scared.
Yeah, like I was telling you about those little dump trucks that I got at Walgreens. Now there's no profit to be made on those. But when I sent them in a couple weeks ago, I made $9 profit apiece.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you buy a lot of clearance, this Walmart here's got them on clearance. A lot of them got it on clearance. So you better get your money now.
Yeah.
Those
Hey Faye, how's it going? Nice to finally get to see you and meet you.
Yes. I had trouble getting in tonight. It kept logging me out for some reason.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
How have you
here.
been?
Good, good. I have 0 sales. I haven't sold anything in the last day and a half.
Mm.
Mm.
So I'm going to go and take a look and see what's going on.
Yeah, that's 5 people now that I've talked to that's made less than $50 today.
Yeah.
Don't put me in that group.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you, Scott.
Scott, you've got that lowest price. You'll sell anything and everything.
I'm having a good day.
Good.
Good.
Well, I can't wait till that. I had a shipment go in that we posted my wife posted a picture last week of it. We were at Walmart in the clearance, and I guess somebody messed up and was tagging everything for $2.
Oh my
And
God.
so we found a bunch of those Monster High dolls that were like $20 on FBA, and Ever After dolls and some Barbie glasses and cell phone kits. Everything was $2. So I mean,
You need to ship that person over here to this Walmart because this
yeah, I
Walmart
mean,
has
I,
so
I,
much
I
products
posted
that
a
I'm not
picture of my
gonna use.
shopping cart. Everything in that shopping cart was $2. So
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
I cannot wait till that thing hits. It's hopefully by Wednesday it will hit.
That's
And
exciting.
Yeah,
yeah,
by y'all's next Monday show, I'll have a big milestone I'll hit. I'm trying to hit 200,000 before July 1st,
Wow, that's fantastic.
It is.
and I'm 2,000 short right now.
Wow.
So what's your goal for the whole year, Scott? Like half a mil?
Yep, 500,000.
Mm.
And I started last July, guys. It can be done. I mean, it's out there. I'm living proof that it's out there.
Yeah, oh, John, he's doing pretty good.
It's going.
Yeah.
Not like Scott, but it's going.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I was there until I struggled to have money to buy for fourth quarter last year because I was new. But it starts building so fast that when January come around, I've got this money now, and I started getting $7,000-8,000 every week. And, I kept investing, and kept turning around, and it.
Lucy, your numbers have came up a lot since we first started talking.
Yes, it did. I'm doing this. I want to do this by the end. Like, I've got the same goals that you have. By the end of the year, I am going to stay home mom, and I'm going to do this full time. That is my goal, and I can't wait.
Yeah. And Faye has some good numbers too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping today will increase very soon. Because I asked my husband, I said, okay, so what do you want by the end of the year? He says a truck. So I said, well, maybe we won't buy the truck, but maybe we'll put the down payment on the truck. The good thing about it is it'll be a pickup, so we can haul and take to UPS. So that's the good thing.
Yeah, I actually bought a minivan. That's been very. The Chrysler. I have a Volkswagen Rutan, but it's made by Chrysler. When the seats all lay down on the floor, it'll hold
Still and go.
it'll hold 8 ton.
Oh yeah.
I can get 19 boxes in it.
Yeah, we get those. We at my job. I work at Avis Budget Car Rental. At my job, we get those Dodge Grand Caravans and Chrysler Town and Countries, and it's all stow and go. Each time I go out there and I start putting the seats down for customers, I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna fill this thing up with boxes.
Yeah, in mine the middle seats don't fold in, but because Volkswagen wanted them to be more comfortable, so they're the same as the front seats. So I just leave them. I just leave them in the garage. But I got 10 large Home Depot boxes. That's 24 by 18 by 18. I got 7 medium, which is 18 by 18 by 16, and a small in the front seat in that thing on the last trip.
What? That is incredible.
And
What the hell did you buy?
UPS pick up from you?
Yeah, I have UPS Connect. They pick up here.
Well, I mean, how many items did you buy the last week when you went on your trip?
When I went and picked up the trailer,
Yeah.
there were 24 boxes when I got home of large ones full. It ended up being 700. Ended up being like 2,400 items.
Ooh.
I bought a lot of video games. Kmart has a crazy video game clearance right now. I think I ended up buying like almost 250 or 300 video games.
Yeah, if that don't sell now, it'll definitely sell Q4.
They've been selling like crazy. I mean, it's insane how fast they sell.
As long as you're making a profit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, Kmart's got them clearance. They have all their video games on clearance, and now they're giving you 70% off the clearance price.
What?
No.
That's good.
Not over here. Oh my God, you guys find great numbers.
It's every Kmart.
It's every Kmart because they're going to go to only having video games on their website and none in the stores So they're getting rid of everyone in the store right now.
Wow.
That's why I think there was one Kmart. I think I spent almost $500 in straight video games in that store at 70% off the clearance price. That was a lot of video games.
Did they
Did
look
they
at
ask
you
what
like you
you're
were a
doing?
weirdo?
Yeah, they asked. I told them what I was doing. They didn't. I told the manager what I was doing. She was over there rearranging that section, and she was bringing me stuff. She's like, "Here, scan this. Can you make me only this? I want to get rid of it." And she was helping me throw stuff in my basket. But all the components like controllers and stuff, they're all 50% off the clearance price. So if you have a Kmart near you, it's worth a ride. Even if they're not marked, even if there's no sign up, this is a national clearance. When you take
Yes.
it over to the scanner, you'll be shocked. I bought games that said $58 on them for like $14.
Goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, so that
Again,
means
you gotta have the
you're
cash.
watching. Yeah, that means if you're watching this video right now, you should log off and go to Kmart.
Yeah, they're closed. They're closed here at Eastern time. You're already at 9:47.
Yeah, they're closed.
Don't worry,
I won't go to work tomorrow, and I'll go right straight to Kmart.
I'm going to 5 tomorrow. I'm going to 5 tomorrow, so I'll let you know what I find.
Yeah, you guys are all East Coast. I think me and John's the only one Central
Yeah.
on this. No, Marianne is too. She's Central.
Yeah,
She's
Central.
I'll be Central tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, Alabama, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if you guys are in the path of Scott, he's gonna take everything. All 700 items.
Yeah, I'm pulling my trailer with me, so whatever I can fill it up on the way there.
Good for you.
Did you buy that trailer new?
Yeah, I got a good deal on it. If you go down in Lower Georgia, they make a lot of them, and it was $1,265. It's 5x8. If you went and got it, if I bought it down the street at the store, they wanted $1,900 for it.
Hmm.
So I drove the van down there and filled the van up on the way. And when I got there, I unloaded the van into the trailer, hooked it up, and then filled the van back up again on the way back. It was a lot of fun. That was my 5-day trip last week.
So how do you manage that, like in these shopping centers, loading up that trailer in front of everybody?
I put insurance on it. They steal it. I'll just. I've got a concealed carry permit. I'm never not packing.
Yeah.
You sure you're not from Texas?
Texas. I think they just now passed it like a couple days ago. Texas, you can walk around open carry now.
Yep.
North Carolina is an open carry state. We already could do that.
Oh, okay. So you guys are more cowboys than we are.
Yeah, we always have about 2 or 3 shotguns in the truck. Gun under the front seat. Gun in the back.
Yeah, I tell everybody, I'm so old that when we went to school, shotguns were in the back windows of the truck. They're kicking people out of school for a pocket knife. Nobody ever got hurt.
Oh, there's too many crazy people now.
Hey, John, can Jack have this room?
Yes, I tried to give it to him. He didn't want it.
Is there any questions in the chat? I'm trying to look. Anybody have any questions for anybody? Or if anybody on this panel has any questions that we want to ask each other?
I know there was a posting in the group today about bundles.
Okay.
They wanted us to talk about bundles.
Anybody do bundles?
I did bundles for Easter, and that worked well. But I haven't done bundles since. I just don't know what to put together. I have a hard time putting things together.
Explain what you did with your bundles and how you created it and what steps you did to do it.
There was already listings on Amazon. I just went to the store, started scanning, and I saw the bundles, and I bought the items, and I just put them together and wrapped them up, listed, and then put the label on it and just shipped it to Amazon. But
Yeah,
I didn't start from scratch.
yeah, the bundles. The hardest part is just finding the items put together. Basically, the rules are it has to say bundle in the title. The two items have to be like items. They have to be something that you would buy together. You can't get like a can of motor oil and a Snicker bar. They have to be related items. And then the listing, you would make your own listing is where everybody takes a nice picture and makes their own listing. The idea is the same as private label. You're not no competition. If you find some obscure item to stick in there, it makes it harder for somebody to copy. And most people do it very seasonal. If that right now they're probably working on back to school bundles. Getting the items and putting them together. They stay 3 months ahead because I'm just not very creative. I can't even draw a stick figure, much less think of a bundle.
Yeah, I've got the same problem. That's why, if I find it when I'm sourcing, because, say you're searching Twinkies, if you scroll all the way down and look through everything, when you scan it, a lot of times you'll see bundles or multi-packs. And then basically, if there's only a couple of sellers and there's money, I'll just piggyback it. That's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just have to watch.
I'm not creating it all either.
You have to watch their grocery multi packs because
That was just an example. I mean, I'm talking about for anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
You can do multi packs in grocery. The rule is if the manufacturer didn't make it, you're not supposed to create. So if the manufacturer did like soft drinks, a single or 6-packs or 12-pack, you can't come up with a 3-pack and try to sell a 3-pack. It has to be the manufacturer has to have.
Yeah, that was actually one of my sales today was a bundle that, well, I bought it like 3 weeks ago. It was these wasabi Pringles. I scanned it and it was for a pack of 2, so I just kept them at my house and it's sold today. So we got to ship it tomorrow. I just got to figure out a way to pack it where, when they get it, the chips are not busted up.
Yeah, bubble wrap. I would wrap them in bubble wrap.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a bunch of bubble wrap, and that's just I don't want to have to deal with that with the customer complaining that hey, I got my chips and they're all busted up.
That's why you send it through FBA, and if it's all busted, it's on them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were good luck. I've sold $200 on the show.
Oh,
You suck. I hate you.
Well, yeah, everyone went to go buy your video games, man.
Yeah, now that you said.
Yeah, I've sold 4 video games since we've been on here.
You are an inspiration to us all.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you've got a Kmart, it's definitely worth checking out because
We don't have any Kmarts.
We don't either.
Yeah, the ones I keep
There's plenty of Kmarts here, but I just need the cash.
the ones
What the heck?
I keep finding are expensive games. Like for the Xbox One, the one I just sold now was FIFA for the Xbox One, FIFA 15.
Soccer, yeah.
It had $58 on it. Nobody wanted to deal with it on a clearance price of $58, but it had been marked down to $40. I paid $11 for it. I just sold it for $33.
What was
Nice.
that FIFA what? Because I think I have that one.
FIFA 15, the soccer for this year.
Soccer, yeah.
Oh, this year. Okay, I don't have that one.
I saw, yeah, Lucy, you're in the soccer, huh?
Oh my God, my husband's a freak. He brings the whole family into it, even the damn dog.
What is it? Is it Portugal? Is that what you?
Well, he missed that one. It is Portugal, but he's got another team, a club team that he watches. It's Portuguese sporting club that it's called. He loves that team, that's for sure.
Oh, I thought he liked FC Dallas. I went to one of the games. I just that was I don't know. I can't watch something for 90 minutes straight. It's got to have halftime and stuff.
It does have a halftime.
Yeah, it
Well,
does. It's 45 minutes.
Well, I guess maybe because it was 45-minute.
Boring.
Yeah.
They're sticking the ball back and forth and watching them back and forth. It's like, In the beginning, I loved it. You know why? Because
Yeah.
I got to lay on the couch, watch it, and take a small nap. But I don't have time for that anymore, so I don't care for it. He'll talk to me about the sports, but I'm like, okay, are you over? Are you done?
It's a game that doesn't translate as well to TV. It's a live game. It's much better live.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I can dig hockey, but I can't do soccer.
Yeah, see, hockey's the same thing. That's just soccer on ice.
I can't watch.
Yeah,
I can't watch hockey.
I
love
have
hockey.
a scanning question.
All
Huh?
right.
If you
I
go,
love soccer, guys.
is there an app that when you go and you scan items in a store, but you want to go home and research it, the app will show you everything that you scan with the price?
Do what?
See, for example, I don't want to buy any. I go to the store, but I don't want to buy anything. I just want to scan a lot of merchandise and then come home later and look at it and see if it's profitable. Is there an app that will allow me to do that?
I think
Yeah.
Scoutify will let you store stuff. I think.
Yeah, Scoutify has what's called a buy list. It'll store the items so you can remember to be looking for them.
Okay.
And I think Profit Bandit does too. I'm almost positive when I had it, it does the same thing.
Yeah, Profit Bandit, you can go back and look and see what you scanned in your history.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Amazon free one is about the only one that doesn't. Because I know Scan Power actually will allow you to, once you scan in the store, if you're buying it, you can actually hit list and it'll put it in your next shipment.
Okay.
But I'm too cheap to afford Scan Power.
Yeah, me too. I have to work up to that one.
Expensive. Hey, Chris, on Kmart, our options are Abilene, Killeen, and Longview.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Scott the other night. I said, man, we used to have tons of them in Dallas, but I mean they shut them all down.
So you can either go 2 hours west, 2 hours east, or 2 hours south. Basically.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
if
I'll post you some pictures tomorrow after I get finished riding 3 hours of 5 of them to show you what you're missing.
Yeah.
Well, no, what I need to look at is maybe I need to take a road trip to Louisiana because I think there's tons of Kmart's in Louisiana.
Yeah,
That'd be like 3 hours.
Yeah, the thing I do is if I'm taking, like tomorrow, I'm going 3 hours. We're gonna stop at a hotel halfway there. I've already found like 14 other stores I'm going to. So
Well, that's what me and the wife talked about doing this weekend was actually leaving Saturday morning and sourcing our way out whatever direction after I look at where stores are.
and then take a different direction back and still source whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, stay the night somewhere Saturday and then source all day Sunday and drive back Sunday night.
Yeah, Scott, tell John about the app that you use.
It's called iRoute. It's if the paid version, I think it's only for iOS, for Apple. But basically, it'll let you do, it's $4 a one-time fee. It'll let you do 25 waypoints, so you can pick out, if you can tell it to search for Kmart's in Atlanta, it'll show you where they all are, and you can mark them as waypoints, and then start from your starting point to where you want to end. It'll make the route for you, the best route, the fastest route. The only thing you got to watch though is it'll put you on some small roads sometimes. I've been in the country. Just swore I heard banjo music playing. I'm like, I got to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, see, I've got Android, so that wouldn't do me no good.
Well, I found one on Android actually after Scott was telling me about that. There's one on Android called Voyager.
Voyager?
Yeah. I actually used that last weekend? Me and my daughter went and did some garage sales and actually put like 15 addresses in it and let it do its thing. And it lined up everything. I put a starting point, I put an end point, and yeah, it did it for me.
Yeah, those apps really help out. They keep you from backtracking. They keep you from wasting time. You know, they keep you on a.
Well, I know MapQuest will do that, but I mean, you have to know where you're going.
Yeah.
You know, you can plan a route, and I think it's up to 25 stops. And it'll label them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever.
The
And
only
it'll
thing, the
put
only thing
them.
I don't like about iRoute is it doesn't talk. You know, like Google Maps will talk to you, tell you the direction. So I generally play the map in the iRoute, and then I just copy paste each next destination into Google Maps, so they can talk me through it. Because most time I've never been to wherever I'm at.
So there's no way to. I mean, I haven't checked it out, but there's no way to link up a phone to uh, uh, a GPS, like paste to your window.
I don't know.
If you did your iRoute and then linked it to your GPS, wouldn't the GPS download that information?
I don't have a GPS.
Oh. No, I mean, it was just a thought. No,
my
because I mean, that way it would talk to you.
my iPad Mini is a GPS.
Oh, I got you. All right, well,
I've got it. I've got a window
I'm
mount
old
for,
school.
for
I
that.
got a GPS from 5 years ago. I just stick it on the window and punch in the address.
Yeah, I've got an iPad Mini it's got a window mount. So I'm getting old. I need a big picture. Them little bitty things, 5 inches. They're just
I don't know. I'm pretty old myself. How old are you, Scott?
46.
Oh, okay, you got me by 1 year.
See, that extra year hurts.
I was thinking, if you ever see anybody peeking in your window in the middle of the night, don't shoot, because it might be me. Just trying to get some information.
And it's just easier. You message me, so isn't that easier?
Yeah, it is actually. Cody, what are you doing?
Yeah. Good luck finding me a home, because every other week I'm on the road somewhere. So good luck picking the right week.
Well, I'll just come back-to-back weeks. One of them's got to be right.
Yeah, I live quite a ways from you.
Yeah, you do.
It's like 7 miles. You're in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, it'd be nice to. Where do you live, in North Carolina or South Carolina? Which is it?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina's nice, man. I'd like to live there.
And where the shark bites that happened yesterday, they both happened 20 miles from here.
Wow.
The two kids, the 12-year-old and the 16-year-old, they both lost arms yesterday from sharks.
I told you, that's why I don't get in the water.
I don't either.
Me either. I hadn't been there. I hadn't been to the beach yet this year, and I live here.
Well, we got beach, but it's a pretty good drive.
The only reason I go to one of the beaches is because they've got a Walgreens. And that's another good tip for if you do live near a beach or like a tourist area. The stores, you can go to the stores when the tourists aren't around. You get a lot more selection. Like right now, that Walgreens at the beach, you can't find anything. But in November, they're still getting the same supplies, so they've got a ton of everything. In rural, oh my goodness, if you can find stores in the middle of nowhere, you can really, really, really rack up. If you look where you live and you can see like a Walmart that's 40 miles out and there's no big towns around, it's just that community, chances are it's full of good stuff.
Right.
That's nice to know.
Just because they just don't sell that right amount.
Yeah, I figured that out a couple weeks ago.
I mean, no kidding. There's one Walmart it's near a college town, so that's why it's there. But it's an itty bitty college in North Carolina, and I had to come back with my van 3 times. I left full every single time to buy clears.
Wow.
They just
That's
had
good.
so much.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Our Walmart clearance here is $49.99 down to $49.97. It's
Yeah.
They just don't mark it down at all.
That sounds like my Walmart.
Yeah, I've got 10 Walmarts I'm going to tomorrow. You know, I'll run into at least 6 of those. You know, there'll be 3 good ones, and there'll be 6 of those crazy ones.
Hey Marianne, how you doing? How you doing on those pallets that you bought last week?
We have been through 4 now so far.
Oh, okay.
So good. We're getting there. I said it's going to take us a while to get 20 through 26 pallets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing next. When I get back next week, if I don't find enough stuff, I'm going to go buy some pallets in Myrtle Beach.
I actually had a customer. He was a former customer of mine and then went to work for somebody else. And he contacted me last Friday and wants me to take 60 pallets of toys.
Wow.
Are these shelf pulls, or are they returns,
They're
or
mixed.
mixed? So what kind of offer does somebody make on 60 pallets? That's going to be a lot of money.
I don't know. He asked me if I wanted to buy them, and I said, not after this Home Depot load. I have to get through that first.
So what do you do? Unload that stuff on eBay? Because of crushed boxes and all that kind of stuff?
What can't go on Amazon, yes, we listed on eBay.
Wow. I hope you have employees.
Oh, we have employees.
Oh,
We have
man.
a prep pack and ship company, so they come in at like 11 o'clock, noon, and then we work till whatever time we have to work till at night because I start accepting trucks at 7, which I have a food truck coming in tomorrow morning. And then the next one to get here is FedEx. Then UPS comes, and then Speedy comes after that. So,
Do you have employees do your eBay listings for you, though?
yes. Uh-huh.
No. I hate the shipping and listing on eBay. That's why I do FBA.
Yeah, we're actually looking for a bigger building right now. If I'm going to take on a customer with 60 pallets, besides what we already process, I need a bigger building.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Scott, how do you do your listing process? I taught everybody how to do mine. Same way, or?
Inventory Lab, just scan it in Inventory Lab. The big advantage Inventory Lab has over your listing is you see so many more of the listings where you're looking at FBA versus the MF listings and all the U's in the middle. They show you the top 25 and the ranking, so you can, when you pick it, it's much easier to look at the price and set the price. You know, and then when you hit list, it prints out a label. You stick the label on, and it tells you what warehouse it goes to. I put it in the box. So you've only touched it one time, and it's packed in the box. And
Like somebody like me, I don't use labels, so that wouldn't benefit me, right? Listing
No, but
through Inventory Lab.
it would give you a reason to start doing it.
It's amazingly faster. You just can't understand how much faster it is until you start doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I arrange my stuff when I come in kind of heavier first, so that as I'm listing and it's telling me what warehouses, you put the heavier items into the boxes first, just so that that you don't have to touch them and repack them. The less times you can touch, the faster you get.
What printer are you using?
I have a Zebra LP 2844. They're very reasonable. I was looking for a second one today. They're $69. I found 3 or 4 for $69 on eBay.
Okay. I have the Dymo 450 or something like that. So I'm sure it'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Will it print the postage labels and the barcode labels?
Yes.
Because I think when I first started, I was reading a lot, and they were complaining that the Dymo had a hard time switching from one to the other. That's why I did pick the Zebra.
I'm going to New Jersey this weekend. So I'll be stopping by to see Stan at 888 Lots. I can let you guys know next week, what I saw up there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I've never been to New Jersey. I think I'm going up there soon.
My husband's going to play golf with his brother for Father's Day. It's only like a half hour, 45 minutes from where they live.
Hey, Scott, what do you do on App Eagle?
What do you mean? What do I do?
Well, how do you set yours up? Like, for instance, Chris sets it. He puts in all the prices of what he paid for the items, and he bottoms it out at 30%. So if there's a race to the bottom, 30% is as far as he's going to go.
I generally just put. It's more of an arbitrary number. So if it's $20, I know I paid $10 for it. I'll probably put 15 just to give us some room. I have it set up to do plus a cent. I don't want to trigger somebody else's repricer, so I don't go below them. I'd rather go to a penny above them, so I don't do any triggering on the price at the bottom, and then share the buy box. It sells pretty quick.
Okay.
Because most people have their repricer set up to go a penny below, and that triggers the next one to go a penny below, a penny. They just start going. I don't. You can choose Amazon as a competitor. I don't choose Amazon as a competitor. Because too many times they lower the price like crazy. That's the one time that I do hold a price. If Amazon is low, I will hold a price. Because I don't match Amazon. And I don't match MF. I only match FBA sellers.
Oh, okay.
Because that's one of the options too. Who your competition is, I don't, because there's more money to be made on the FBA side. So I will stay with the FBA sellers.
Okay.
And as long as you keep a decent rating, the buy box rotates you pretty quick. And I don't know how many of y'all have gotten bad feedback. As FBA sellers, fight every single one of them. But they get taken off very frequently. I had one tonight that got taken off. It was a barbecue sauce. It said it has no taste. That was the feedback. I want. It has no taste. When I send it in, the computer bot takes a look at it, and if it violates a policy, it immediately takes it out. So there was no sale essential, there was no waiting. It come back and said, next screen said it violated our policy, it's been removed.
Oh, well, that's good.
Some of the other ones, if it's not crystal clear, they will look at it and then send you an email the next day.
I had somebody buy a puzzle for me, and they said it was brand new, but they said that when they opened it up, there was a lot of puzzle dust in the box. Well, puzzles are cardboard. If it gets dipped around, there's going to be puzzle dust.
Everyone I've ever had has had that.
Yeah. So of course they left me a bad review, and I didn't think about fighting it. I just left it alone.
You've got 90 days or 120 days. I mean, it's probably still not too late.
Okay.
Yeah. Do every single one of them. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all to make them look.
Okay.
Because that is one of the things, and when it's calculating the buy box, it uses your star rating, your feedback, right, as one of the
criteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the mistake of, I guess I didn't know I had a message from a customer until like 3 days later. So now, that's the only thing that's bad on my performance.
Yeah, they give you 24 hours.
Yeah, and for some reason my app didn't give me the notification, and so that's one thing I've been trying to do is when I check my sales on the app, I'll always look at communications now, and I try to get an answer like within 5 minutes, so that way it doesn't happen to me again. Because it's still like it's not green, it's red, so I got to get that pulled up.
Yeah, I made a mistake on one of my listings.
Yeah.
I listed as a full size, and what I had was mini. So you gotta look at what you're listing. So I shipped it out. Somebody bought it, shipped it out, and I got a 2 star because it was the wrong listing. I replied to the person, apologizing to the person, and I'm still waiting for her to get back to me. I'm willing to refund her money, and she could keep it and give her a partial refund, but I still haven't heard from her or him. Do you just leave it?
Hmm. Maybe message him again.
This would be my third time.
Well, I mean, you would think that Amazon would be able to see that you at least attempted it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's worth a shot sending it to the Amazon. You know, they might consider it FBA and mark through it. You never know.
Okay.
The worst they can do is tell you no.
Mm.
Scott, do you use one of those feedback apps?
No. When I first got started, one of those feedback apps was creating a lot of email for Amazon, and they got really pissed, and they started carrying on about it. So I never tried one.
So what is your feedback like? Like I know the first month I sold 306 items and they get one feedback. Not one.
I currently have 358, and I started last July.
Yeah,
I
I have
have
62.
been on for a year.
But I mean, I couldn't believe it. 308 items and I couldn't even get one feedback. I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, customer, I sent an email, thanking the customer for purchasing from me on Amazon, and I asked them if they wouldn't mind, going in and leaving feedback. And they left me feedback, but they said they don't appreciate being solicited and taking a survey for feedback.
Yeah, they don't. Amazon customers do not like that. It's not like eBay.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, but I didn't think it was, 356 to 1.
It is very low. I have 66 in the last 90 days, and I have 1,900 items sold. So
Wow. Yeah, well, I guess that's about right then.
All right. Anyone else have any questions in the chat?
I have one for Scott. Scott,
Okay.
I just ordered a scanner, and I have access to several accounts for the customers. Am I going to be able to log in, make sure that I'm on their account, and use that scanner to scan their inventory?
um, the scanner actually is not connected to an account. It's connected to the device you're using. It basically connects to your computer or to your phone as a keyboard. So you'll be able to use it with anything.
Right.
Okay, just make sure that I'm on that right account to scan it in.
Just whatever you're doing, just make sure you're on the right account because it's just gonna pull it like it's a keyboard. Whatever account you're in, it's gonna pull it right to that one
Okay,
because it's just a keyboard like you were punching.
okay,
Because I have the one I use on my phone when I'm out in the stores. And I had it attached to my laptop tonight when I was listing. So it doesn't care where it is. It just it's a keyboard.
okay.
Sweet.
And they all work the same, even though I don't know what they can do different. They're just Bluetooth scanners. Some have memory, some don't. I think that's the only difference.
I think I paid $16 for the one I used for Inventory Lab or Seller Central. I mean, the thing works great. Bap, 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 bap. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm wireless now.
yeah, I mean, I do it from my desktop. I mean, it just, like I said, I just reach and bam, and it's done.
Yeah, I started my first warehouse this week, and every time I went to do something, I'm like, man, the stupid things attached to the computer in the other room. I'm like, there's got to be a way around this.
So what you guys were saying about the reviews, basically, don't contact the buyer if they give you a bad review.
No, you can contact the buyer if they give a bad review and ask them, if they'll reconsider, apologize or whatever. But if they don't leave a review, you don't contact them just because Amazon customers are funny about getting emails. Most of them don't even know how to read the email in Amazon anyway. I have found that half the ones that I've sent asked for revisions, you never hear from them.
So they can go in and change what they said.
They can.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Ouch!
I can tell you again, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember one time I got a bad review, and they're like, the item is too big, is what they said.
Well, you should have submitted that to Amazon. That's a product review. It should have counted.
Well, how late is too late to do that? Can you do it anytime?
Yeah, I think it's 90 days.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let it sit on there. I mean, everything. I think in the whole year, like I have 62 reviews. I think I only have like 3 negatives on it, so it's still pretty good. Okay.
It says buyers have 90 days to leave it, and then they can remove it within 60 days.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then, let's see. I'm trying to get to every single question that somebody sent me because I've gotten a lot of them that people have messaged me on Facebook and whatnot. When should we decide to pay ourselves? We'll keep on reinvesting. Anybody?
Is that your question?
That's my question?
Yeah, that's Chris's question.
Okay, that's my question. That's fine. I'll answer it.
I recognize that question.
I think
Amazon makes all the money.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's this is my view, and like I said from the beginning, everyone runs their business a different way. I mean, how I do it, it's not the same way you're going to do it. It's not the same way Scott's going to do it. And the same way Lucy's going to do it. Basically, I mean, if you want to grow your business faster, don't take anything for yourself. Keep reinvesting it. That way it can climb up, and then one day you can start paying yourself. Me personally, I am going to this next disbursement next week. I am going to start taking 50% of the profits that I'm making on my item. In Inventory Lab, it's showing me exactly what profit I'm making on each item, and I'm going to cut that in half. I'm gonna keep that for myself. The other half I'm going to reinvest in the company. Plus, the item is going to make its money back. That's how I'm personally going to start paying myself. And there's things I'd like to do with my kids to go, to amusement parks and stuff like that. And I'm busting my butt on Amazon trying to get sales and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start paying myself now. You guys may not want to pay yourself now. You want to build it up. I mean, that's up to you. But that's just personally what I'm doing for myself. I mean, any of you guys pay yourselves from it, or do you guys just keep reinvesting everything?
I don't get enough to pay myself, so I am reinvesting into the business.
And we know what Scott does. John, you don't. Yeah, John, you don't pay yourself, right?
Nah, I put it all back in. But I've only got 3. I mean, the first one was, I think the first one was like $547. The second one jumped to $948. The last one was $1281.
Hey, John, you're on a better path than I was. My first one was like $14.
And basically, I'm just putting it all back in.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah, I've been putting it back in. I just I kind of want to see some of that money that I've been working so hard for. And I'm not taking anything out of the business. I mean, I'm still adding more money, reinvesting. I'm just keeping a little bit for myself. And I'm not taking a percentage of disbursements or anything like some people are doing.
This
Uh,
I take my $1,000, and if I want to see the rest of it, I just look at this
yeah,
because it's sitting there. It,
yeah,
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to explain to Chris. I mean, I think he said he started with $50,
yeah,
and and I think you've come a long way with $50.
yeah,
no doubt.
exactly.
So I don't understand why once you've got this far, it's time to jump off ship. I
Well,
mean,
it's
you
not.
see that it
It's
works.
not.
You see that you're
It's
making
not
money.
jumping off ship. It's not reinvesting 100% back into it. I mean, it's not coming out. Like I said, if I buy something for $4 and it sells for 14 online, I'm going to keep the $5 profit for myself, and I'm going to put $5 back into the business. So I'm still turning that $4 into $9 for my business, but I'm keeping a little bit of money for myself. So I
Right,
mean,
but
I'm not.
you went from the rabbit pace to a turtle crawl.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna get to enjoy. I'm gonna get to enjoy stuff out of it too. Like I said, I am working full time, and so that helps me with other things, which I can crawl, turtle crawl, whatever you say. But I mean, it's
No, I'm just trying to say. I mean, when you take
yeah,
away 50%, I mean, you're taking away 50% of possible growth.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. And that's what I was saying a little bit earlier too about on Inventory Lab. You'll tell me a lot of my items are well over 100% ROI. So it's kind of like I'm knocking it down and putting 100% of the ROI back into the business. You know?
Yeah, people just have opinions on this. There's no right or wrong. You just have to
Yeah.
decide for yourself how you want to do it. And it's
Yeah.
this whether you
That's just me
agree.
personally.
Yeah,
I
whether
mean,
you
if
agree or disagree, I mean, that's fine. I mean, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, do what's best for you, do what's best for your family, what makes you comfortable, and that's what I was saying about the numbers. Everybody's numbers aren't the same. Everybody, you can see all these big numbers, and what was RB3 or whatever his name. I mean, all these big numbers and trying to pay himself more money than he was making,
exactly.
and he wanted to do a class, and now he's back at work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
I
mean,
even asked him that question. I sent him a message one time and asked him, and I said, these numbers are all fine and great, but at the end of the day, how much is yours?
and how much profit
Well, he
exactly?
told me around 25%, and then I have to pay everybody else. I said, well, your ship is sunk. I mean, you're telling me 25%, and then you have to pay everybody else? I mean, I don't know why he didn't figure it out then. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
But
supposed to be this smart guy making six figures. I mean, that should have been common sense, I
but
would
yeah,
think.
just set yourself up with a firm foundation, do what's comfortable for yourself, and build at your pace, and then you'll be fine.
yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna keep on building. And it may not be every disbursement. Just maybe some of the good ones. I'll take half of what my profit is, and that I do. I want to grow this business, and I do want to do it full time. Hopefully by the end of the year. But there's just some things. It's summertime. You got to spend some time with your family. Got to do some things, and I don't want to take it out of my personal day
Okay.
job checks. you know,
Hello. Say hi.
that's just my opinion on it. I'll make it public. That's what this whole hangout is, to talk about stuff that most people won't talk about.
Yeah, but I think people should realize too, Chris, that you're still reinvesting. You're still reinvesting the money you've already got there, plus half the profit. So you're only taking a small. It's not like you're taking. It might come across that you're taking half your money out.
Yeah,
You're actually only taking half the profit of the item. So
exactly.
it's not a huge amount. I mean,
Yeah, like I calculated it. Like my next disbursement right now is coming on. It will on Sunday is when it ends. Right now it's at $566. I calculated my profit and I cut it in half. I'm only gonna keep $180 of that so far. Everything else is going back into it. I can buy a lot of stuff with $380. But I mean, it's just how you want to do your business. If you want to keep growing it, and then I mean, that's what I was originally gonna do, but like I said, it's summertime. I want to take a little bit of money out for my family and go do some nice things this summer, and then who knows? Maybe once my daughter gets back in school, don't touch it again until after Christmas. Keep flipping it.
I'm not going back to work for anybody else, so every dime I can put back in is going back in.
Yeah, and when it becomes full time like that, doing the kind of sales that you're doing, yeah, most definitely. I will take the minimum. I'll see what my bills are. Take whatever money I need for my bills, plus maybe a little bit extra. Everything else will go back into it.
I don't live by a hard fast rule. Like we're going on vacation this week. We're going to a wedding.
Yeah,
We're definitely going to use extra money, but it's okay.
yeah,
I'm also going to buy stuff all the way there and all the way back to pay for all this too. So it'll.
exactly. So that's just my opinion, and I'm gonna keep on. With the group, I love that you guys keep motivating me to buy more stuff and get out there and all that. And I'm gonna keep every 2 weeks. I'm gonna post exactly what my disbursement is and how much I'm keeping for myself, so you guys can see as well if I'm growing and stuff like that, and see what you guys can do to help me out on that as well. That way, I can have my cake and eat it too.
You can post mine for You can post mine for next Friday. I'm gonna take $1,000. And 2 weeks later, you can write that one down too.
And it's nice to know these things because you end up learning from each other. And you do your own thing, I do my own thing. I'll post it. Oh, Lucy, you get opinions on what people think, and it helps the newbie like I am. Oh, I made a mistake. Don't do it next time. Or that's working for him. Let me try it if it'll work for me. And if I try it and if it works for me, I continue. If it doesn't work for me, I stop. But it's nice to know how people are growing their business. It's not that you're following them; it's that you're helping. You guys are helping each other.
Speaking of newbies, hey Caesar.
Hi, Caesar.
Hey, Caesar.
Hey,
Hola.
He ran away.
He just left us just like that.
Yeah.
Eddie?
No, I'm right here.
Caesar.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, good. How's your week
Good.
been?
Good. I just heard RB3, so here I come. What do you guys what's going on? What's the latest? How are you guys doing on?
Trying to make it, man.
We all want to be like Scott.
I'm trying to be like Caesar.
Yeah, I want to be like Scott. Can you tell? Look at my roof.
Yeah, I think Caesar's ahead of me in numbers. I'm trying to catch up with him.
I got the roof and I got the goatee. Scotty. Yeah, I'll take that.
Dad, look at your eyes.
Okay, out.
Look.
There's one thing about when the kids are on summer break, they're destroying the house. Out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't deal with all them small kids. That's for you young folks.
Young. Who are you talking young? I put mine to bed at 9 o'clock.
mine will be 30 on the 28th.
I'm big.
Yeah, you're
I think Caesar's in California, so it's still like 7 o'clock there.
7:35.
Yeah, you still see the light coming in his room.
Yes, sun is setting, so romantic. Hey, dude, I'm surprised you're going on 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. I should probably end it pretty soon. Just get carried away talking about stuff. Different business models.
Funny because I was watching you guys for the first 30 minutes from my phone, and I was trying to talk to you about there was no site chat and all that, whatever. After that, I was like, you know what, it's hot, I'm going to go shower, get comfortable, and then maybe they'll have the after show or whatever. I come back, I'm like, it's still live? That's awesome.
Yeah, get carried away.
But you know what though? The conversation is it's pretty good information because one thing you guys got to realize is that as you guys are talking, even though it's going for 2 hours, I guarantee you when somebody's watching this replay, they're going to be listening and listening.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to know how different people doing the same business, how they run their business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just are trying to talk Caesar, and there's no right or wrong way. I mean, it's got to be your comfortable business. Caesar does things because his way, and his business is, it's his model, and you've got to be comfortable with yourself, and it's hard not to worry about other people, but
uh,
I think the show's it's about to be over. we got Daddy Daycare with John.
Totally.
That's awesome.
Enough.
But yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody has a different business model. Everybody operates different, but at the end, we're all on the same boat. Like I said before, is trying to flip a dollar.
Mhm.
I did catch a little bit about that is true. People. What are you guys talking about? People are posting sales numbers, growth numbers, right?
What?
yeah.
Talking about that.
I was just explaining to people, that how I'm gonna start taking money for myself, and every 2 weeks, I mean, I'll post exactly what my disbursement is and what I'm keeping for myself and what I'm putting back into the business, and just have people on my side, trying to help me out and keep pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the motivators group. Like when I look at people posting their numbers and stuff, I know it's not all. They're not. Some people may be making 200% back. Some people may be making 20% back.
Yep.
It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat for someone else to see someone else's number and say, "Hey, let me strive to hit that number."
Yeah.
It motivates you. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
I will share some suggestions, but we'll take that one offline.
okay. Yeah,
there is a lot. It's a good talk, though. It's good talk. I mean, it ain't that we're gonna talk trash after this. It's a lot of good talk. I mean, just like you guys brought up earlier about a course and all that, and everybody had a difference of opinion, But we could talk more about that afterwards. But yeah, I mean, it all depends what your business model is and your capital. If you have a good business model and you already have a reliable inventory source, you know what I mean? Then fine, go ahead and get that credit card or loan or whatever, because you have a repeated source that's gonna always be there to supply you inventory. Because in this business, I think the hardest thing is just finding inventory. True or false?
yeah, true.
True.
So for anybody that wants to take out a business loan, as long as you have that repeated source or niche or whatever, or niche, whatever you guys call it, then it makes sense. But if you're going to take out a $200,000 loan, I'm just making up numbers, and you're going to say, okay, well, now let me see what I could find. That's where it gets challenging. I'm not saying you won't get out of it, but it just becomes more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the courses too. We were just talking about you got to be careful, do your research on who's doing the course and what you're really going to get out of it. Is it worth the money you invest? Sometimes the course is good. You can cut the learning curve down and expand your business and if you're at it. But just see so many of them popping up that you really got to question. Is it worth the money for you right now?
I'm gonna piggyback, which I think it was you, Scott, what you said earlier. I'm gonna piggyback off of you. There's so much. I hope I don't sound like a negative Nelly, but there's so much free information on Google. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, you can find there's YouTube videos and it's all over. I mean, if you can type in a search bar, you can find information.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of times the average person, I guess you could say, doesn't have time because it happens. He or she, they probably have a full-time job.
Right.
The routine. You go to work, face traffic, come home, feed your kids, help them with their homework. When you least expect it, you're tired, and do you really have the extra 2 hours just to look on Google, or would you rather be going to bed and getting ready for the next day? That's where it boils down to. A lot of times they probably know how to do it, but they probably just don't have the time.
Yeah, you really have to decide. It's like a business model. You have to decide if it's for you, if the cost is worth the benefit you're going to get. And I just say research who's doing the class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because some people want a condensed version. They want it now. Whatever it is, just give it to me now. I don't want to have to look for it and, try to Google and find it for 2 or 3 days. Just give it, I'll pay for it. Just give it to me now. Me, I'll Google.
Yeah, just don't go in expecting them to have reinvented the wheel. I mean, it's going to be very basic information. I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's nothing that you couldn't have found out. It's nothing earth-shattering.
Yeah. And I think that's what people go into and looking for, Scott. They're looking for, okay, I need this little bit of information to catapult my business. I think that's what they're looking for, and that's not what they do. Like you said, it's just basic information.
Okay. Well, yeah, we've been going for a while now. We'll go ahead and end the show. If you guys are not on the FBA, Amazon FBA Motivators, please join our group. We'll try to motivate you as much as we can. And thanks for watching, and please message me on Facebook. You can find me at Chris Piles. And, stay in touch. Thanks for watching.